Hey Gemini, welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hello. I pray before each and every one of my readings so that way my energy is protected, your energy is protected as well. If you're returning, thank you so much for returning and trust me with your energy. I greatly appreciate it. Gemini, when I was coming into your reading, I kept hearing would you rather. And then I went to the restroom and like always before Gemini next 48 readings, burst of energy to clean, to clean my home and straighten my home so there can be some order and structure before I sit down to do your readings. It's every time I sit down to do a Gemini next 48 reading. So I don't know who watches, and I don't know if you have OCD. I don't know if you like things in a certain order. I don't know if you can't focus without having some type of order or organization around you. But every time before I sit down to do Gemini next 48 readings, that happens. Like I literally just finished cooking dinner for tomorrow and Thursday, vacuum the floors, straighten up all my books because I have books everywhere around my house. I put them all in a certain location. And yeah, so I don't know who that's for. But anyway, somebody here is very OCD or there's something like that. But when I was using the restroom, I heard would you rather. And I was like, what? Would you rather is would you rather sit on your own it's gonna be a little different, but okay. Would you rather sit on your own toilet for 10 days without cleaning it, or sit on a public toilet for 1 day and not know if it was cleaned previously before you? What would you rather do? So would you rather sit in your own mess or a mess created from someone else and you don't even know the origin of it? It's deeper than that question. So that's a question I had to ask you, that was asking me to ask you. It was asked to me by, I don't know, but, and then I had to ask you. So here we are. All right, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Great God in heaven, please allow me to tap to the energy of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or wherever they have a heavy Gemini placement. Please allow me to relay these messages to the Gemini as accurately and clearly as possible. Please protect my energy during this reading, protect their energy as well. And please continue to bless our lives with peace, abundance, prosperity, and protection. Thank you, amen, and ashe. We're going to go ahead and start off with the overall energy for you, Gemini. Gemini, you winning in this season, boy. That movie you just came out with, that was a Gemini. All right, let's see what's going on. What's the overall energy for my Gemini collective here for the next 48? Whoa. You guys got Aries energy. We just left Aries season. Mercury retrograde in the reverse, so you left the past in the past or something, some type of old habit and destiny. Okay, so you're leaving some type of old habit, old pattern in the past, stepping into your north node. Aries energy, you're right. This is your first. So a lot of you are stepping into your first house energy. First house could be Aries, meaning your rising sign. And then you have Black Moon mysteries coming out in the reverse. So this is wonderful. When we talk about Lilith, some of you know the story in the Bible of who Lilith was, some of you do not. But if you do not, you're not familiar with the Bible, if you're not familiar with the tales, at least the stories and tales of the Bible, because everything can be perceived and interpreted differently depending on who you are. This was the first. This was the hidden figure in the Bible that no one really knew unless you actually read the deep secrets of it. But this is in the reverse. So this is secrets not being hidden, things being exposed. And so a lot of you, this is your shadow side. You're exposing your shadow side, but not in a way to where it's toxic and it's a detriment to you. You're exposing your toxic side and you're empowering yourself. And so you're allowing it to be your power. So this is like you saying, oh, I have a flaw. Oh, I have acne, but you're allowing it to empower you and say, okay, I may have acne. However, I have the resources to clear this acne. And I can also, and now in this day and age, I don't know, create your journey of how you cleared your own skin. Next thing you know, you went from a flaw, accepting your flaw, to now making money off it, doing some type of content or something. I don't know who that's for. That could be for you. But this is taking ownership of your flaws is what this is happening. And then leaving old habits behind. This could just be you self-sabotaging yourself as well. Leaving that behind. All right. If you're new to my channel, I break the Gemini. I'm slow down. I break the Gemini next 48 readings up by deacon. The first deacon of Gemini would be from your dates of birth of May 21st to May 31st. The second would be from June 1st to June 10th. And the third would be from June 11th to June 21st. All right, and we're going to go ahead and start off with the first deacon of Gemini. I'm trying to learn my cadence. Some of you could be trying to learn how to slow down your cadence and learn a natural, slower paced cadence as well in this season. It's a good time to utilize the energy of Venusian energy, which is currently in Pisces, to do so, especially those of you with heavy mercurial placements. It is a good time to really tap into that Venusian energy to slow yourself down. Not saying that you're going to lose any of your intelligence or losing any of the downloads that you get, but being able to control it and slow it down is a superpower within itself. Okay, so first deacon of Gemini. You guys have the title card, High Priestess, crossing, 9 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. What's this? The Judgment and the Knight of Swords. All right. Okay, so some of you are dealing with high levels of anxiety and stress. Page of Wands, but the Empress, Knight of Cups, 5 of Swords. Some of you are, some of you, you know, the reason why you have issues with authority figures is that I don't know if people can't tell your age and can't tell the wisdom that you hold, but there's something about you to where you're the unseen force in a situation and it's stressing someone out. Because it's like someone's trying to observe you. Some of you may come off and look younger than, or look or speak younger than what you actually are. I'm speaking to someone who's, you got to be either you're 25 or you're 35. You could be 45. There's something about 5. I'm not going to go as far as 55, but you could be. But how you come across is it's like a 10-year gap. So if you're 25, you're coming across as though like you could be like 15, like a teenager, but you're not. I'm speaking to someone who is considered by age an adult. And so what's happening here is that there's some, I guess that's why I had to talk about cadence or in that. There's someone here that's trying to pick up like your rhythm. Someone's trying to pick up your frequency. And it could be someone who is older than you or assumed to be older or assumed to be on a higher level than you, as we're speaking title wise, and they can't pick it up, 5 of Swords. And they're stressed out. But the reason why is that, and what the crazy part is that this person, this is not someone in the shadows, because I don't see the moon here. This is someone who's actually comes to you. This is someone in your energy. They go back and forth, back and forth. It's like they try to ping pong. They give you a little bit. You're supposed to give them a little bit. But you are, because the 6 of Pentacles is here. But the thing about what you're not giving, and you may have picked this up, you may not know this. Could be subconsciously with the High Priestess crossing, your title card, is that you're being told, just give what they get. Just give them back what they're giving you, which are bits and pieces. You see it's crumbs. You see the card? He's feeding them both crumbs. So it's like, oh, then holding the scale to himself. So this is crazy. If you look at the depiction of this card, and I never really paid attention to it before until just now, is that this man has the ability to give them equal shares at the same time without him having to disperse it. But he's dispersing it, giving out crumbs, when there's way more to be given, and in an equal amount. But if he puts the scales down and let them feast off of the scales at the same time, the same amount, they will be able to stand at his same level and be on the same height as him. But he doesn't want them to. He wants to dangle it here. So this could be you subconsciously dangling something, because there's someone here who sees you as this, but they have no idea that you're here. But they see you as this, because of the energy that you carry. And they're mentally conflicted on how can I stand as tall as Gemini, not knowing that the same thing that they're trying to get from you, you're trying to get from them. It could just be an exchange of knowledge or an exchange of time or money. But it's like, what you need to see is that you actually are standing taller than this. Some of you are seeing yourself as on the same level, or like, man, I'm just trying to seek knowledge. I'm just trying to know this could, let's say this is work. Man, I'm just coming here to do my job too, and get on, whatever. I'm not trying to really advance or do anything like that. What you're not even realizing is that you're already advanced. Some of you are not looking at yourself properly. Some of you are looking at someone as, oh, they're my equal. It's a give and take, and you're standing, and this person's looking at you like, man, Gemini's standing up tall and strong. I want to stand up tall and strong, but you looking at yourself down here. Well, you're this. You're him. You're not these people. Ooh, Gemini. That's what you need to realize. You stressing yourself out. Some of y'all running around in a circle, sitting there trying to do an even give and take and understand and see the perception of a peasant. You looking from a king's position, trying to understand a peasant. That's for somebody. Let's go on to the second deacon of Gemini. What's going on with the second deacon of Gemini? This is June 1st to June 10th. Let's see. What's going on from June 1st to June 10th? Let's see. Got the Knight of Cups, the Moon, the Star, Knight of Pentacles. Man, why is it taking you so long? How come everybody else getting their blessings first, huh? Second deacon of Gemini, you're going to find yourself a little frustrated in the next couple of days. Having dreams. Be mindful of envy. Be mindful of envy growing in your spirit here, okay? Because with that, if you allow yourself to compare and that envious spirit to grow, not saying it is you, not all reasons are going to resonate, but the energies here, I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you. Okay, I give you a real reading, but be mindful of that, because your rebirth, or what you consider new, your new beginning, your celebration, man, you feel like it's taking forever, bro. And that Seven of Swords is here. You're starting to feel like you're not worthy, or it's never going to come. Be mindful of doing this and giving up, because some of y'all around Virgo season, that new beginning is coming, that blessing is coming that you're looking for, and some of y'all might do a quick fix and take an easy way out, and you just need to hold on till Virgo season in regards to like a new location, a new job, new car, something like that here. But be mindful with that Knight of Cups and the Moon cross in here. That's the envious childlike spirit, like like a child see another child with ice cream and they want ice cream too, but their mom said no. And so a lot of times, if you go look at studies, go look at some peer reviews, and you'll see like some prisoners or like some of the kids that's been in like the juvenile delinquency centers, what comes from, especially the ones who did some type of theft or took from someone else, is because that was a childhood wound that they felt like they weren't allowed to have, so they took from others, because that was the only way for them to get it, because it could have came from a impoverished environment or something like that, right? Or it could have just been their parents were very strict and their parents didn't allow them to have, so they figured, but I want this, and they allowed greed to take over, and greed turned into, a crime. That's not saying it's everyone, but that's a lot of times where a lot of those people start. If you go read the studies, like Harvard, go read some like the Harvard reviews, peer reviews and stuff, you'll see that. And so a lot of you need to be mindful of that you don't want to let this childlike envy or things you went through in your childhood start creeping up in your adulthood, and you ruin what you have going on because you became impatient and you felt as though you should have it because everybody else has it. When is it going to be my turn? Be mindful of this energy, okay? Because you're going to stop your rebirth from happening before it gets a chance to be given to you. You're going to mess up your blessing. Be mindful of that with the Four of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. That's why I say that, okay? You got to be careful with that. Let's move on to the third deacon of Gemini, which is June 11th to June 21st. What's going on with the third deacon of Gemini? June 11th to June 21st. June 11th to June 21st, third deacon of Gemini. You got the Two of Pentacles. Y'all always pull a different energy from everybody. Nine of Pentacles. Ooh. The Wheel of Fortune. Ace of Wands. Okay. At first I was like, I don't know if you can juggle that. Some of y'all like, man, you splitting yourself. You splitting up the twins, I see. And you was worried, man, can I handle all this? Yes. Title card. The conflicting position is yourself. Self-discipline. It's not about can you do it? Can you stay consistent with it? And can you be disciplined enough to finish? Is what is the battle here for you. Because some of you are in your new beginning. You have it already. You got the yes answer. Whatever this is for you. This is some self-sufficiency here that you're trying to juggle, having multiple irons in the fire. Can you do it? It's the reason why that's a question, because in the conflicting position is yourself. So what you're fighting is consistency and self-discipline. The Wheel of Fortune here at the outcome. So it's showing that you can, and the Lovers, splitting up the twins. You got to start taking control. Whoever this I'm talking to, you have to really recognize and take control over what twin needs to show up in what environment and what frequency. Once you master that, you'll be able to master this. But you got to master self. Somebody needs to really master self. And it's not like the stereotypical goal, oh man, I'm a Gemini, so it's two of me. So one's going to be feisty and one's going to be really book smart. Everybody's twins not the same. Not everybody's twins are like that. Not everybody has an intellectual twin and a street smart twin. Some people have two intellectual twins, but they just operate in a different frequency and different setting. You can't go off the stereotype of what you think you are or what everyone has perceived you to be. What are you perceiving yourself to be? And how are you navigating when you are in these different environments and that other twin shows up? Because not everybody has that angry, fun twin. Some people have a devious and more devious twin, and they just act it out differently. I have a good friend of mine who's a Gemini, never seen this person angered. We were in the same situation. We're both Geminis, a couple of days apart, same situation. And we both acted, second deacon Gemini, both acted in two different ways, in anger and frustration. You cannot compare your twins to other people's twins. It's not going to work. Okay? So that's for someone. Somebody needs to master self here in order for you to really survive in this new level that you've been given. Because a lot of you are saying like, I don't know, man, if I can handle this, man. You got to master. You're in a new self. You stepped into a new level. So the person or the twins that you even knew of yourself a year ago are not the same in this new cycle. Turn off the TV, sit down in the quiet. Best thing I can tell you, sweep your house from the back to the front quietly and see how you navigate that. Are you sweeping different? Are you talking to yourself? Is a song randomly playing in your head because you can't go without any type of noise? What's happening? Really start analyzing yourself like that and see, and then you'll start moving differently. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with being overly observant of self. If anything, you need to be overly observant of yourself because the world today is nuts. And if you don't know you can get sucked in so quick, it'll make your head spin. All right. At this point of the reading, Gemini, I'm going to slow it down a bit. I'm going to take these angel answer cards here. And we are going to do a breathing exercise together. It's called the 4-7-8 method. What you're going to do, you're going to take a deep breath in, right, through your nose to the count of 4. You're going to hold it to the count of 7. And you're going to release it slowly through your mouth to the count of 8. As you're doing that, I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I want you to think of a question you want to answer. Okay. And we're going to answer your question. Let's see. What is the answer for Gemini? Who's doing that song? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop doing that. Trying to take me out of my zone. That was funny. I don't know if you play that plays in your head all the time. That's whoever's doing that is your reading. Okay, you got no, but it came in reverse, so that's actually a yes. I'm going to take them exactly how they fall out. You have helpful people. This came out sideways, and it says let go. So some things you can keep, some things you can take, some things you can keep, some things you have to leave behind. So because it came out sideways. This came out sideways, and it says you're ready, but it was sideways. So there's still something you need to finish here, because it came out sideways. And then you also have choose a new direction here. And that came out like on an angle. And it says choose a new direction. All right? Okay. All right, Gemini. That's been your reading for the next 48. I hope it helped you. Thank you so much for liking this reading, leaving a comment if you so please, and subscribing to the channel and turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. If you like to book a personal reading, the information to do so is down in the description box below the video. Let me look and see who's in the chat. I seen it lighten up. Let me see. Let me talk some trash. Hey, live, laugh, love. You're Keisha Gal. Hey, ma'am. Hey. Did I say that right? You're Keisha? What did I say? Battened Ben. Bonnie. Hey, Bonnie girl. 161. Hey, Crystal. You know my government name. Katrina Powell. Hey. What did I say? Ludwig. I thought that said Ludwig Beethoven. Y'all know I'm a nerd. William Simpson. Hey. Hey, William. You guys are so welcome. You all stay blessed, stay safe, and stay protected. I'll try to get the chat at the end. I don't like to pay attention to it during the reading, because then a lot of times you pay attention to the chat when you're doing the reading. You're picking up on that person in the chat, and it's not really general. And then it just becomes their reading, and you want to do a general message. But anyways, you guys stay blessed, stay safe, and stay protected. I'll talk to you later. Peace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.